I lived with Lynn for a good 12 years, which was a brilliant time of my life. I thought of her as a mum. We had 2 dogs, a couple of cats. It was a family home. It was really nice. I grew up in the right place, I think.
But for many children living in care, issues from the past are never far away.
They've been let down by their family. They have been let down by everybody that they've trusted. So of course they're angry. And some kids find it a lot easier to deal with that than others. An awful lot of kids bury that anger.
Jordan was in some ways lucky. He was in a loving and stable environment provided by Lynn.
Memories come flooding back, and that amount of anger that you have tried to forget all your life comes back. And you cannot deal with that amount of anger on your own. And it opens a floodgate, and it's terrifying for the person who is out of control. It's also terrifying for those people who love them and who are around them.
Lynn did everything she could to help Jordan, but he rejected her and instead started to go off the rails.
I got to that age where I was being an idiot anyway. I was mid-teens and I didn't go home, stayed out all the time. I'd go camping with mates without telling anyone, and it got to the point where no one could really take it anymore, so I messed it up.
Jordan ruined his relationship with Lynn to the point where he was moved into a new foster home. And he continued to make the wrong choices. He left school with just 2 E grades in maths and English GCSEs. But rather than try to get a job, he started to hang around with the wrong crowd. Before too long, he became a regular drug user.
I met the wrong people. I got into cannabis, and that's where it slowly went wrong. They thought it'd be a good idea to rob people to get some money, to get more weed, basically. It was to feed the habit. Knew it was wrong, what I was doing, but it was a bit like being a sheep. I just wanted to be with the crowd. After I'd done it, I felt like dirt underneath someone's fingernail, pretty much. But really, there was no going back.
Jordan was arrested a couple of days later for the robberies and burglaries. He admitted his involvement and pleaded guilty at court. Jordan was just 16 and sentenced to 2 years in a young offenders institution.
When I realised I was going to prison, it was a bit of a shock. It was a difficult thing to grasp on what I thought my future would have been. The worst case that prison would do to me is never, ever get a job, never, ever get any support. No one ever wanted to speak to me.